So the fragrance is over here.
Yeah, man, just scoot over there, grab that, yeah.
Why do I need to wear this?
You gotta have on the blindfold to smell it because you blind bottle.
Okay. Small. You sure this is it?
Yeah, it's a blind buy. That's what you blind bought.
All right. I don't even know which way to aim this thing. Okay, I found it. That's what she said.
Yeah, get a good whiff, That's concentrated butt juice, dude, butt juice. Oh, it's in your lungs. Oh, you idiot.
Friends, Ash here. Welcome back to Gents. Hope you're well. So blind buys, they don't always work out. Sometimes you get them in, you're excited, you smell it, and bad things happen. Why does it smell so bad over here? Legitimately, it doesn't smell good. Like not even just playing for the video, like that, it kind of reeks. So blind buys, yeah, not always great, but sometimes amazing. And that's what we're talking about today. 10 blind buys out of the hundreds and hundreds and hundreds that I've made that worked out perfectly. All of them are gonna be linked in the description below, so feel free to check them out down there. Let's kick things off with the cheapie, Perry Ellis Midnight. You can find this for about 30 bucks online at discounters, even at full retail. Not a very expensive fragrance. And when you look at it, super unassuming. Just a plain black bottle that says Perry Ellis. Which, no offense to Perry Ellis and all the dozens and dozens of Perry Ellis fans out there, but the name doesn't really command a whole lot of respect, at least in the fragrance world. And also I'm assuming the clothing world, because the only place I really see Perry Ellis is Ross and TJ Maxx. But hey, that's a sick deal, and some of those clothes are actually pretty good for that price point, so maybe I'll put some respect on that name after all.
My name, come up, respect it. Let's go. Stop playing with my name. I'll drill y'all. Stop playing with my name.
All I'm saying is that when you see Perry Ellis, you're not thinking Christian Dior with the pinkies up and everything. This is the working man's fragrance, right? And it smells really similar to The Most Wanted by Azzaro. I did that because that's the direction it is behind me. And when I wave like that, the bottle just appears. It's like magic out it happened. Editing. So this one has orange, amber, vanilla, and cinnamon. Really, really nice for fall and winter time. Smells way more expensive than you would expect for the price point because again, it's pretty cheap. And there have been times I've seen this stuff for like $20 range. Words escape me. I've seen for like $20 range. I grew up speaking this language, but I still haven't mastered it. And the way I even came to purchase this is what I do from time to time where I'm shopping online at discounters, just kind of going through adding random stuff to the cart because I'll do that on occasion. Just add like stuff from random brands that catch my eye. And this was on there, really inexpensive, and I thought, well, heck with it. Because Perry Ellis M and Perry Ellis 360 Red are both solid scents. So I thought, you know, at the price point, worth a shot. Turns out it's really, really, really good. And it's one of those fragrances that your average person is not gonna know about because your average person is rocking on up into Macy's or wherever, Sephora, Ulta, and they're just checking out what's being pushed that day or what's on the end cap, you know? Oh, check this out, the new Blippity Bloop Supreme. I'll take that. Blippity Bloop Supreme, everybody knows, is the pristine, most highest quality. Perry Ellis flying under the radar. You know what else flies under the radar? This. I've talked about it a few times, but this is good. Sculpture Parfum. This stuff right here, sick. Very, very nice. Great quality, good performance, everything that you could want. And oh yeah, cheap. It smells similar to Bond number 9 Lafayette Street, right in that wheelhouse. So it's gonna remind you of that. Could also remind you of Uden by Xerjoff. So it's gonna be orange blossom forward, sweet, clean, kind of syrupy in a way, but in a very appealing way. And if you're familiar with the original sculpture, which looks like this, it smells similar to that too, which it should, right? Because this is the Parfum, it should smell similar, but this is better. This is better for me in every single way. So it's gonna give you wearability, versatility, compliment factor, because realistically, you can wear this whenever you want, year-round, daytime or nighttime, at a low price point, and it smells like an expensive niche fragrance. Sick. Love this one. And actually, the way I bought this, the exact same way that I bought that. Now, I have had my fair share of failures doing blind buys in that style, where I just add things that catch my eye, things that I've heard about, whether it was years ago or something newer, and just kind of added it all willy-nilly. There have been times that's blown up in my face and I've gotten stuff that's complete garbage, but sometimes you get lucky. I'm not suggesting you to do that, by the way. It's essentially gambling in a way. Don't do that. I am not saying for you to do that, okay? I do not encourage gambling. By the way, today's video is sponsored by DraftKings. The NFL greatly looks down on gambling. Anybody caught gambling will be kicked out of the NFL for life. But by the way, today's broadcast is also sponsored by DraftKings, BetUSA, Hard Rock, MGM. All of them are sponsoring today.
How do you expect me to turn the money down?
We now enter the clone zone. Why did I punch Craig the table? Sorry, Craig. We now enter the clone zone with this right here, Sweet Heaven Cherry. This one is by Gulf Orchid, and the presentation style very similar to a number of other fragrances out there in the cloniverse. So this one caught my eye mainly because of what it looks to say that it is, which is an Angel Share or Comra style fragrance, but with cherry. I mean, it is kind of straightforward. I also got Sweet Heaven Ice and Sweet Heaven Tobacco, and since then there's been Sweet Heaven Extreme. It's a whole line. There's a lot of Sweet Heavens. But this one really stood out because of the cherry. It's a note that I really like across pretty much anything, men's fragrances, women's fragrances, unisex fragrances. I just like the note. And here it smells basically like you took cherry syrup or black cherry syrup and just kind of dolloped it over top of a Comra style scent. So you're gonna get that spiciness, that warmth, that sweetness, but then you're gonna get that cherry that just cuts through immediately and grabs attention right off the rip. Good performance, good quality, low price. You know, the whole thing that you're looking for. It does really, really well. I also like Sweet Heaven Tobacco. That one is really good as well, but it's not as like immediately attention grabbing as this one. That one kind of grows on you more as it stays on your skin. Also, since I've talked pricing on these already, let's talk codes. And here they are, sponsored by DraftKings. I'm just playing. DraftKings, hit me up. No, actually don't. But we got a bunch of codes, including Gift Express, the perfume box. You can use those codes whenever you want to save yourself money. Unlimited times you can use those codes. Also have codes for JOMASHOP, which only work within the app, Max Aroma, Twisted Lily, and many, many more. So use those codes anytime you shop at any of those stores, save yourself some money. We move to the next fragrance, which is this one, Ralph's Club, New York. This one is a new release, picked it up from Macy's and did not regret it a bit. It's not super expensive at full retail, at least not compared to a lot of things out there nowadays. Oh, did somebody say Bleu de Chanel exclusive? Yeah, that one after tax, the new Bleu de Chanel, which admittedly, new Bleu de Chanel, high concentration, all that stuff, but that was like $296 after tax. And this one is also kind of cool because it's 110 milliliters. 10% more. And I think the price on this is $135, but I'm not for sure 100%. Now I have to check that.
Phone, let me be right.
Yes!
135. It's not impressive. I'm just glad that I remembered it correctly.
It's like a steel trap up here, I'm telling you.
I may not have a brain, gentlemen, but I have an idea.
This stuff rips. Like, it is low-key a fantastic, versatile, compliment-pulling scent. Now, as it dries down, you know, it could remind you of some other things out there, but it's still kind of doing its own thing. It has black currant off the top, which smells really nice, gives it a slightly interesting twist while still keeping it extremely wearable. It's essentially just a top-notch, fresh and sweet, compliment-getting scent. You know, it's made to be worn excessively, to be worn a lot year-round, daytime or nighttime. And the price point, like I said, 110 mils, 135 bucks. Compared to everything else out there, a sick deal. And when it hits discounters and that price goes down even further, oh, awesome. So I really, really like this, and as more time goes on and I've snuck a few more wears of this stuff in, I think it's just really good. Now, it's not earth-shatteringly different or anything like that, but it does have enough tweaks and twists doing its own thing where it has its own identity. I like it. Now, one that grew on me over time, Bad Boy Cobalt. I know Bad Boy's not for everybody, but I think Cobalt just has that versatility down pat. It's got this great combo of plum, giving you an interesting, different kind of fruity open. You know, it's not like citrus or apple. It's a little bit deeper, a little bit heavier, a little richer. Little Richard? Huh. That's different. Then has a touch of earthiness, some aromatic notes, woodiness in there. Just expertly done, really good stuff, easy to wear, good performance, the whole 9 yards. So it's just one of those deals where the more you smell it, the more you wear it, the more you grow to appreciate it. And this one I think is very nice, very well done. Now the next one smells very similar to an extremely popular warm, sexy, compliment monster scent. And that fragrance that it smells similar to is a niche fragrance, one of the more popular ones out there for men ever. It's called Leighton. Maybe you've heard of it. Now here's the funny thing. Me telling you that it smells similar to this doesn't really tell you a lot, because you're like, oh, it's gonna be this fragrance. Oh wait, no, it could be that one and that one. Oh, and that one, and yeah, that one too. Oh yeah. There are a lot of Leighton-esque fragrances out there. This one more specifically is a little closer to Leighton Exclusive. It's a clone fragrance and it is Mirage Absolute by French Avenue. Now obviously you would never know that this smells similar to Leighton just by the name, the look of the bottle and anything else, because it doesn't look like it or sound like it or anything. It's one of those clones that tries to go incognito until you smell it, and then you immediately go, oh, I see what you did there. And smell it you should do, because this stuff is top notch. Spicy, sweet, woodsy. Like I said, it leans a little bit towards Leighton Exclusive, but not full bore. It doesn't go like crazy, funky, animalic, poopy smell, which Leighton Exclusive doesn't have a ton of that, but it has a little animalic edge. This one has an animalic, not edge, but sprinkle. Back to designers with a bottle that is pea yellow. Aha! I tricked you. You thought I was gonna do Born in Roma Yellow Dream, which that actually, yeah. I see why you thought that. But the fragrance that I went with is Eros Energy. Think about it. Some people, they like to drink their urine when they wake up in the morning. Lyoto Machida used to do it. And look at him. He could kick people in the face. Who am I to say anything against Lyoto Machida? And they said that urine would give them energy, which definitely is why this is named Energy and in a yellow bottle. It's probably not anything to do with citrus or the sun or anything like that. It's probably the pee, logically, yeah. Now, hopefully nobody out there was like, you know what, he's making some good points right there, because I was not making good points. Energy is citrus blasted. There is a boatload of citrus in here off the top, so you gotta like it. Not just like it, you have to love the citrus, okay? You have to accept it into your heart. You know what I'm saying? But if you do, you very well may fall in love with this, which I have and my wife has as well. A little similar to Aventus Cologne when you first spray it on, kind of how it comes across initially. But it does have some rindiness to the citrus, you know? It's not just full on sweet. There's a little sour in there too. As long as you don't mind that, as long as you love the citrus, you gotta check that out. If you hate that, if you don't like the citrus, it's not for you. You will probably not like it. Elixir time. We must go with an elixir. It's written somewhere in the book of fragrance.
And lo, the Lord spake unto the fragrant brethren, saying, Thou shalt not conceal thine elixirs, for it is written, He who withholdeth his elixir from the rotation shall be cast out among the forgotten testers and body sprays of shame.
So as it was written, Gucci Guilty Elixir in today's video. Guilty Elixir is one of those ones that the more you smell it, the more you appreciate it. Once again, kind of like the bad boy over here. It smells a little similar to Amouage Reflection Man, also Parfum de Marly Pegasus. So kind of like taking those two and blending them up and then putting it out into a guilty bottle. That's kind of this one. Ultra classy, great quality, great performance, unfortunately expensive. Because Gucci fragrances actually are typically a little more expensive than a lot of the other fragrance brands. And with this having Elixir slapped on there, it makes it even more so, but good stuff. The next one is the last clone fragrance of today's video. And I gotta say, when it was first announced, I was kind of like, I see what they're doing here. Like, I know what this is. All of you knew what this was gonna be. And I feel like a lot of us collectively just kind of groaned, like, another one. Great. And that's because it's a clone of Aventus, but not just normal Aventus, Absolute Aventus. And yeah, initially there was some backlash. I admit that when I bought this, I bought it as soon as I saw it. I got it in, sprayed it on, and was like, yeah, it's pretty good, but I don't care. And I just kind of pushed it to the side. Didn't really smell it again for at least a few weeks. Then I finally gave it a wear and I was like, that stuff's actually pretty good. Long lasting, strong, great quality, and an amazing alternative to Absolute Aventus, which we all know is kind of pricey. Creed prices are depressing, dude. Like when you look at them nowadays, it's like, oh my God. Go back like 10 years and people back then were like, man, these Creed prices are crazy. Show them the prices, what they are today. Back then, they'd have a heart attack and die. Anyway, the fragrance is this. It is Supremacy Collector's Edition. This one by Offnon. I actually really like the look of the bottle. It's got kind of like a concrete-esque look to it with like black paint flecks. It looks pretty cool. And as I said, as far as alternatives to Absolute Aventus, this might be your best bet out of anything on the market because there are other really good alternatives, but some of them are gonna be pricier than this one or have, you know, smaller bottle sizes for a similar price point or worse. So when you kind of start going through everything, like how much you're gonna pay, the quality of the fragrance, how much you get of that fragrance, this stuff right up there, right toward the top. And the last one, Spicy Leather. This one is by Ferragamo. This is my weekly tirade.
Bring back Womo.
Okay, good. I'm glad we got that out of the way. Spicy Leather is kind of what it says it is. You know, it's not trying to be too cute or anything. They're just like, hey, what kind of fragrance is this? Well, it's got spices and it's got leather in there. All right, cool. That's its name, Spicy Leather. All right, sounds good. I am 99% sure that's how they came up with this one. Lots of saffron in here along with other spices. The leather note in here is attention grabbing, sweet, good push to it, nice longevity. Quality very high, but it is one of those ones that's going to appeal more to a certain fragrance lover. This is not the same kind of fragrance as like Absolute Aventus over here that appeals to pretty much everybody. This is gonna be for somebody looking for something to stand out in fall, winter, during the evening, and something that not a lot of people are gonna be wearing. Because no offense to Ferragamo, but you know, they're not exactly moving Sauvage levels of this fragrance. So there we go, guys, 10 blind buys that worked out very well. Some of these were ones where I loved it immediately. Others were ones where I was a little more lukewarm, and as time went on, I grew to really appreciate them a lot. Sometimes blind buys do work out. Thank you guys for hanging with me. Stay safe out there. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you tomorrow with another fragrance video. See you guys.